The situation in Afghanistan is very worrisome. If you consider the level of acreage as well as the level of production, the opiates and the opium problem in Afghanistan is the worst in the world. That has many consequences. Consequences related to corruption, consequences related to addiction, consequences related to the criminal situation in the country, as well consequences related to the conflict situation in this country. There is no silver bullet. But there is hope. There is a positive message. I mean, in the Golden Triangle, where I was lucky enough to work for 5 years, we have been able to demonstrate, that we can bring a situation which was extremely worrisome at that date. We're talking about the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, where the Golden Triangle was #1 in the world with regard to opium cultivation, that we can bring it to a level where we as a society can control it and can afford, the levels of even coming out of it. The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, UNODC, is helping the government in implementing its overall strategy in relationship to the drug control, the National Drug Control Strategy, but as well the strategies related to corruption, the strategies relating to building up a rule of law system within Afghanistan. It was too long forgotten that Afghanistan is part of a regional framework and not an island directly connected with Washington, Paris or London. So we need to understand the interest of countries such as Pakistan, India, Iran, Russia, Central Asian countries, neighboring countries, Saudi Arabia, the Gulf and further on. So the regional context is extremely important. So we have the Rainbow Strategy, which is our regional strategy, which connects and reports directly to myself. We have set up a broad partnership to enable, for the first time since 2001, seizures in neighboring countries surrounding Afghanistan. The surface of the cultivation is going down as well. Now that's a magnificent momentum, this market correction, but we need to consolidate. We need to make sure that we have it indeed, how would you say it, consolidated for the future, that the farmers do not go back to the opium. So in that sense, alternative livelihood is extremely important. So the partnerships, the coherence between the programs, the one UN family approach is extremely important to what we're trying to achieve here. The addiction unit is being established at this moment. It comes out of a very dramatic situation, which is called the Russian Culture Center, where we had seen 1,600 addicts hooking together every day, every night, and collecting 2 or 3 dead bodies every morning. Overdose, malnutrition, cold, a humanitarian disaster. Again, in partnership with the government and with other UN agencies, we have been able to tackle the humanitarian situation of it. But I can tell you in this country there are many Russian culture centers. So we need to go to the roots of the problem, and that will be a big challenge for this office and for the government. It is a challenging task, but it is a necessity for us to be here and to help the government of Afghanistan.